y'all doing? This is Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you from the man cave. Well, folks, I got another plane. Yeah, surprise, surprise, right? Well, I've had many viewers and many comments. People ask me about the Hobbyking Tundra. Now, if you remember some of my earlier videos, I talked about my terrible experience with Hobbyking, and at one time, back when the Tundra first came out, I got it. It got shipped to me, and there were parts broken and missing and all on it right off the bat. So I got mad and sent it back. Had to pay $50 some odd in shipping, and they eventually gave me my refund. Had a bad taste in my mouth on Hobbyking, but I've since had some good experiences with them, and there's just so many people that say Hobbyking is great. I've had a great experience. Other people have said it's been horrible, but I've heard the same said about Horizon Hobby Zone. So really, at the end of the day, you're going to find people who are pro and against, and pro for and against Hobbyking. The same for any of the big companies. People are going to have good and bad experience. Well, anyways, make a long story short, which I can't do, I decided to go ahead and get the Tundra again, the new V2, and I got the red, white, and blue version. I'm in America, and I just like the colors anyways. But as you can see, I went ahead and unboxed it. Everything that is here in the box that you see is out in front of you. So it doesn't have that big of a parts count. Don't be intimidated by this big bag of stuff. Most of this is the struts and the stuff, wing struts, and the hardware for the floats, which you're not going to be using all the time. It does have the legs for the landing gear and the water rudder that you can use. But the parts were individually wrapped. Each of the parts had their wrapped in plastic, or they had their own plastic baggie, or they had their own spot in the styrofoam, just like any other professionally done. It was packaged nice and safe, not a bit of damage on anything. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. These hinges on all the control surfaces, with the exception of the flaps, yes, they're foam hinges, but they're laminated. They're laminated on both sides, and you can feel that sticky laminate. It runs the entire length of the hinge. I've checked all of it. The elevator has the hard plastic barn door style flaps. That means, I guess you'd call them Fowler flaps, and you can see air will pass through them when you have your flaps. You get right here. When you have your flaps all the way down, you know, the air will go past, but it's going to really slow you down and give you really good control. You've got your baggie here of all your vortex generators. When you look on the front, I don't mean to jerk the camera around, you already have your little designated holes along here where you're going to glue in your vortex generators. That way you can add to, take away, or, you know, not have them at all. Nice big squishy tires, your wings spar. They do have one quick start guide that tells you the CG and your throws. And one thing from just looking at it, where the CG is, almost just by glancing at it, is going to be where that spar goes through. So you can, you know, a lot of times you can see the spar underneath through a wing. Yeah, that's going to be where the CG, I'm almost 100% sure. And nice on the fuselage, top hatch, plenty of room. I can get my big old hand in there. Your speed controller, you've got a 40 amp Aerostar. 40 amp Aerostar, and it's 2 to 4S capable. A nice battery tray with a strap to hold it down. All your wiring's there. Nice plastic cowl there, and in this bag, of course, you get your prop and everything. So everything you need is here. And another nice note is everything where you screw your landing gear in and where you screw your wings and everything in, all the metal screws go into metal. Now, I don't know if that's an upgrade or not, but that's what it is. Plenty of, you've got 2 air vents here, air intake here, so plenty. Look at all this room, plenty of cooling for your ESC, for your battery. So you shouldn't have cooling, should not be an issue. ball link on all control surfaces. And like I said, I'm just very impressed with the finish of the plane. Everything looks really good. Let me get you another nice look inside of the battery hatch. You know, now there's not a spinner, so I might add a spinner later. And just so you know, I'm going to be putting in an AR-620 antenna-less receiver, probably secured somewhere behind the battery back there towards the center of the plane. Well, anyways, that's the parts laid out, and gonna be a pretty simple build, but builds videos seem to be long and tedious, and people seem to drift out of them pretty quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build the plane, put it all together, and then I'll do a post, like I've done before, a post build video, and show you some of the highlights, some of the things that I ran into, anything you need to be concerned about, things you need to watch out for, things that are easy, things that are hard, you know, and show you, and I'll zoom in, I'll get in close like this and show you what I'm talking about, and that way you'll have an idea when you go to build. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope the build goes good as well as this unboxing or post unboxing video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and God bless y'all.